Hi, Greg.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Are you? Are you okay?
Fine.
Why are you acting like this is scripted? This isn't scripted.
I was just answering your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had to like turn and make sure it was clear and in the microphone.
Well, we are recording audio.
Can't we just have a conversation?
We can, but
Yeah.
we're doing a podcast. This is a podcast that we have. And
Yeah.
listen, there are so many people that listen to it. We have to make sure that we give them what they want.
Yeah, they just want to hear us talk to each other.
Well,
You don't have to present every time you talk like this. People like to see real people being real, Greg. They like to see real.
that's exactly why they tune into this podcast.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys.
Talking about lettuce.
Talking about lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine, and we are in person. If you were just listening, we are sitting in a room together.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, if you're listening, check this out.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, we're slapping each other. Yeah. You will have to watch the video to see which part of the body we were slapping.
Yeah, and it's not the part that you think.
It's not. It could be.
Well,
Odds are.
if you thought it was shoulder, then you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave it away. Now they're not going to watch the video.
Damn it.
Oh, man. Happy July 3rd. That's when we're recording this. Tomorrow is a holiday.
Yeah, it's the Thanksgiving.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
That's tomorrow. Very exciting.
Cinco de Mayo. I think that happens a different time.
Not in L.A.
Listen, before we started recording, we were talking about Beck.
Yeah, I do like Beck.
I've thought of a bit of dialogue that could happen in a movie,
Okay.
or in a video, or something that I've never applied. That would only be funny to people who have heard Beck, but
Well, I've heard Beck, so this is going to be hilarious to me.
it could be an interrogation scene,
Okay, great.
And-
I love it so far.
and it's
So far, very funny. Very funny.
and it's a guy, let's say a Russian, going.
A Russian.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling you to say that.
Oh,
just
listen, I was just doing what you told me to do.
and it goes, "Where it is at? I've got 2 interrogation tables and some microfilm," like that.
Oh, man. See what you did? Mm-hmm. You're right. I am familiar with Beck, and therefore I found that extremely hilarious.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I you know how I could tell you found it so hilarious?
How's that?
All the laughter.
Oh, my God, yes. Well, I
Yeah.
laugh on the inside where it counts.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever noticed most comedians, when you hang out with a bunch of comedians, which I'm
Yeah.
sure you do a lot,
Yeah.
they don't really laugh a lot
No.
because things have to surprise a comedian, and when you're in the business of comedy, there's not a lot of surprise anymore. You're
No.
like, all right, I see where the turn's going to be, the switch. I know where this is going.
When you're thinking about all possible jokes at all times.
Yes.
So when someone does one, you're like, "Oh, yep, that was a possibility."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do the same thing with you all the time.
I know. I know that's why I don't make you laugh. But
Mm-hmm.
it's okay because I make myself laugh, and that's what's most
And
important.
that's why I like hanging out with you, because at least someone's laughing. You know?
Listen, if you can't
Yeah.
make yourself laugh, then who can make yourself laugh? You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
that's what the Bible said.
Really?
I haven't read the Bible. I'm just assuming it said that.
That sounds more like some sort of self-help book. And the Bible I wouldn't call really a self-help book.
Really? Because I feel like it's helped a lot of people.
Well, that's true.
It's also hurt a lot of people. It's a self-help book and it's a self-hurt book.
Yeah. There's good and bad about it for
But
sure.
isn't there good and bad about everything in life?
Yes.
You don't need to get political. By the way, everybody, you are listening to the number 5 comedy podcast of Armenia. Congratulations, we made it to the top 5. This is a big deal.
5.
Yeah, we're number 5 in Armenia as far as in the comedy podcast list.
That's either amazing or it's sad that there's not a lot of comedy in Armenia.
No. There's a lot. They have
Yeah.
over 20,000 comedy podcasts there.
They do?
And
Did you look it up? Or are you just making that?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, so that's not true.
Well, they got a lot of people there. So, I
Yeah.
mean, just the fact that Armenians love us so much, I want to give a shout out to Armenia. Thank you, Armenians, for listening. We hope that you're enjoying it. And I got to tell you something. I love your food.
Yeah. What's your favorite Armenian dish?
Like a roasted chicken with a garlic sauce is just a delicious, nice garlic.
That sounds
I love
pretty generic, actually.
I love mutabal. That's Armenian.
Is it?
Yeah, it's another word for baba ganoush, but I
The
believe they
look,
call
the look you gave.
I believe they
was
call
like-
it mutabal.
You're like, I did research for
No,
this
I just go to Zanku Chicken a lot here in LA.
Oh,
and
that-
they have really good mutabal and hummus
Oh.
and all that stuff.
I've never been to an Armenian restaurant.
Tahini
Are
dressing.
we
What,
going to
you
go
haven't?
eat there?
Well, it's delicious.
Let's go there right now.
We can have lunch there today.
Okay. We should
Yeah.
have been recording there.
Oh man, what a mistake we made. What
Yeah.
a horrible mistake.
Now I'm going to feel bad the rest of the episode.
Hey, listen, if I can't make a person feel bad, I've failed at my job.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your job?
Make people feel bad.
How do you get paid to do that?
Listen, I can't go into in details. A lot of it's sponsorship.
People sponsor you to make other people feel bad?
Companies sponsor that.
I mean, I
yeah.
guess I've watched a lot of sponsored things that have made me feel bad. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, listen, speaking of sponsorship, we do have a
Yeah.
sponsorship that I have to read. Give me a random celebrity.
Wait, if you have to read it, why
I have
am
to read it. Give me a random celebrity.
Let's say Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, and now give me a random product.
Wait, why would I have to give you
Just
a random?
give it to me.
A pencil sharpener.
Okay, this episode is brought to you by Joaquin Phoenix Pencil Sharpeners.
I feel like this isn't real.
Are you? No, it's real.
Okay.
Are your pencils too dull? Then maybe you should sharpen them with Joaquin Phoenix's Pencil Sharpener. Shaped in the face of Joaquin Phoenix, put the pencil in his mouth and it comes out sharp. Joaquin Phoenix Pencil Sharpeners. Thank you for the sponsorship.
You have just revealed your formula for every sponsorship. You've just revealed.
Oh, the random celebrity and random product?
Yeah.
That is correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I make them up, and that's how I do it.
So that wasn't real, that sponsorship.
Was not real. None of them have been real.
So this is a waste of time.
It's not only a waste of time, but it's a waste of money.
Is it a waste of money? How,
I don't know. I'm just
did
assuming.
you pay for that?
Well, no, just the fact that we don't have sponsorships means we're not making money, so we're wasting money.
That's true.
Because there are no actual sponsorship sips. I meant to say sips.
We do make a little money off of this podcast.
I understand that our YouTube channel so far owes us a little over $4.
Yeah. Last I checked, it was a little under, but it might be a little over.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Congratulations, by the way.
I mean, and on Spotify, they over a course of a year will probably owe us like $200.
Man.
So
Speaking of 200, we
Yeah.
are in the top 200 comedy podcasts of Sweden. We've gone up 28 positions to number 176. Thank you, Sweden. You love us almost as much as Armenia.
that was a good transition, by the way.
I know.
mean, I feel
Well,
like-
you said a number, and then I used that to make the
Have
transition.
you ever been to Sweden?
I have never been to Sweden, but every Halloween, I do eat some of those Swedish fish. And I got to tell you, Sweden, thank you for those. Your little red sweet fish are so
Yeah.
delicious.
Now, do we think that the Swedish fish are actually made in Sweden?
Absolutely, of course they are. You can't just call something Swedish, like Swedish meatballs.
Right.
You ever order Swedish meatballs? You ever order, like, you at a restaurant, you order Swedish meatballs? Just say yes. Just say yes.
Yes.
You know how long it takes? Like, you're like waiting for them to deliver them to the table. The reason why it takes so long, they're coming from Sweden
I've never
to fly them in.
noticed. Isn't that what you get at IKEA? Swedish meatballs?
Yes, yeah, they do have them at IKEA.
And that you get
That's
them
right.
very quickly there.
Well. They
Yeah.
have already flown them in. They flew them in already. Earlier that morning, they got a new shipment of meatballs from Sweden.
Wow, that seems very wasteful.
The whole country loves meatballs. They love meatballs and little red candy fish.
That's it? Is that all they eat?
I think those are the only two foods.
I mean, they're known for being, a pretty good-looking population.
Oh yeah, all the
Healthy.
healthy, happy.
Yeah.
They get paid for when they have a baby, and then they have to take some time off from work. They get like 6-7 years off
6-7. Yeah.
to raise
Yeah.
their children.
Well,
and
yeah.
they're paid double for that. I mean, it's kind of amazing.
People don't have to work very much because they've really nailed down making those Swedish fish and meatballs.
All I'm saying is I want to move there because they got some good stuff. We got some comments from our viewers on Patreon, and I want to go ahead and address some of those because we've gotten a lot of comments recently. Mm-hmm. And I feel like we owe it to them.
Okay.
Neil Breton. Neil Brad.
Okay, you can move on.
Neil Brett.
Yeah, we know you don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Neil says, "Is this podcast tax deductible? You are our tax expert, so why don't you tell us all about
tax
how
deductible for who?
the podcast is the podcast tax deductible
For who?
Well, yes,
For the for the people contributing on Patreon?
I don't.
Or
know. Just answer
for-
the question.
for-
You can't ansser the question with more questions.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
If it's not
just
specific
answer
enough.
the question.
No.
No, it is not tax deductible. Thank
No.
you for answering that. All right, we got another comment here from Husky Highlander. Says, I remember this like it was yesterday.
Now, do you want me to answer this question?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
In fact, I'll phrase it as a question.
Okay.
I remember this like it was yesterday?
Well, yes, Husky, you do, because you took the time to write that. So I don't even know why you made it a question.
Yeah.
But
By the way, these are comments on the latest Patreon-only episode that we put up, which was a live stream that we did exclusively for your Patreon, but you allowed us to share that video with our patrons. So they get an extra episode, basically, that no one else gets.
that's right.
And it's a video episode.
And we tweeted it out.
Yeah.
So lots of people got it.
Wait, tweeted out what?
The episode, right?
Well, no. We tweeted out the link to the Patreon, so they'll only get it if they join the Patreon.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see?
Okay,
You see?
right.
You see?
Yeah.
Better and Better commented on that post, said, I saw the episode, albeit afterwards rather than live. I tend to miss those ones unless I happen to be lucky enough not to be busy when it happens. In that regard, I kind of miss COVID lockdown. During that time, I never missed any of the streams.
That was a very good commercial narration reading of that comment.
But it's more like commercial narration in the 80s. People don't really do commercial narrations like that anymore. It's not like my voice is going to be, in high demand right now.
I don't know. It seems like there are a lot of commercials that look old-fashioned to me.
Are there?
A lot of newer ones like.
And are the 1980s old-fashioned now?
Yes, they are definitely.
About 10 years ago, Kim and I were at a party, and there was a mom there with her son, and we overheard the son say, "Mom, were you alive in the 1980s?" And Kim and I died inside. We just died inside. Said it like that was a long time ago. The 80s are modern. People had weird modern haircuts.
It is a long time ago.
Turns out it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's.
Turns out that's over 75 years ago.
No, not that long.
It is,
No.
depending on when people are listening to this.
Okay, yes.
If people are listening to this in 2055, 2060,
Yeah.
then that's that's over 75
I
years
would
ago.
be really surprised if anyone would listen.
Oh,
what do you
no,
think
no,
people
they
are going to
won't.
think of your YouTube videos in 2060?
They're going to get better and better.
Oh, you're still going to be making them?
No,
no.
they age. They get better as they age.
Oh, really?
And I feel like yours do too. I feel like they get better as they age.
Yeah.
Some things don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've tried to watch that film, The Sneeze. Now there's not much plot to it.
I've never seen The Sneeze.
It was made in the 1890s.
Oh.
And it's a short film of a man sneezing.
Yeah.
And then that's it. He sneezes and there's no sound to it.
I believe there's
It's in
one
black
called
and
Kiss
white.
as well.
Yeah?
Or The Kiss.
What happens in that one?
Kiss happens. Not the band, Kiss. No.
Oh, not the band. Because I was going
No.
to say, because Kiss the band, they made a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Something about going to Coney Island and riding roller coasters or something. I never saw it, but we're going to have to watch that on Bad Movies Live sometime, which
Yeah.
is my live stream at twitch.tv
Okay, all right.
/mediocre films.
Greg.
Come and join us.
Greg.
It's free to follow, and you can support the channel by
Okay.
subscribing or using
like-
your Amazon Prime membership to give us a
60% of
free
what you do is just
Prime
promotion. It's
membership.
just promoting other things you do. That's like 60% of what you do.
Many of the fans from my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mediocrefilms, have made their
my
way
God.
over to the Twitch channel.
You know what?
And you
what
can
I
also see those
okay.
posts saved at my Patreon.
You know what I learned?
Patreon.com
Okay, all right, Greg.
mediocre films.
You know what?
Yeah.
I saw Matt Pat, the YouTuber, who's also
Matthew
like
Patrick.
super into analytics and stuff.
Absolutely.
And he was talking on something about how when you say like, subscribe, comment, meaningless. It doesn't do anything because you're doing too many things at once. Like, subscribe, comment. You could just do one of them and do one of them in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Like subscribe or I will eat a cat or something like that, you know.
I purposely would not subscribe because I want to see you eat a cat.
Okay. Well, then you would have to subscribe.
Is it alive? No, I'll just keep checking. Is it a live cat or are you going to cook it?
I haven't gone into the details yet, but I know which cat it is.
Okay.
So,
All right, you know which cat. Now, what is the date? Share everyone with the date that you are going to eat a cat, because
listen,
I'm sure a lot of people want to tune into that. And you know what? If you share the date, then people don't have to subscribe.
Yeah.
Which accomplishes the goal. If they don't subscribe, you eat the cat. We all get to watch you eat a cat. What's the date?
See, now you're showering people with details like
August
dates,
11th.
What type of cat?
August 11th.
All that stuff will make people. They'll tune out.
Trust me, people are going to tune in to see you eat that cat. Is it going to be August 11th? Let's just settle. Shake my hand. August 11th.
I'm not. No.
Shake my hand.
No.
It has nothing to do with the cat.
Listen.
Just shake it.
The cat was just an example of what you could say to get people to subscribe.
Pretend like we've just met. Hi, I'm Greg Benson. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I don't shake. Sorry, listen. I don't shake hands. What with the pandemic and all.
Fist bump.
So, no,
fist bump. Come on, do a little fist bump.
Well, I could, because traditionally a fist bump does not mean you made a deal of some kind.
Fist bump.
So I will fist bump.
We just made a deal.
No, we didn't.
Fist bump
no,
deal.
we didn't. No, we didn't.
We did?
No.
Just made a fist bump deal.
No.
You were going to eat a cat August 11th.
Fist bump deal is not a thing.
On your main
fist bump deal is not a thing.
You just promised everyone on August 11th you're going to eat a cat on your main channel. And you're going to do a live. It's going to be amazing. I'm tuning in.
Listen,
what is that? Noon Central Time?
You completely missed the point of what I said, and you just went all off on this tangent about a cat. I think we got to bring it back.
Just listen. I can't be the. Listen, everybody, please leave a comment wherever you're watching this, or on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, wherever. Leave a comment and just say we really want to see Craig eat that cat. You know, how in your own words. Just talk about how you want to see Craig eat a cat. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not going to eat a cat.
If people leave enough comments, you'll eat the cat.
Although I do find it weird that we single out certain animals as it would be absurd to eat, and others, it's cool.
That's why I think it's really fair for you to eat that cat. Nobody's going to mind. It's not like they're going to be like cat lovers coming out going like, this was disgusting and so sad. Like, no one's going to do that. They're all just going to enjoy the video. For entertainment purposes.
You think that's true?
Absolutely. Here's another comment. Merritt Gildane commented on the post, said, quote, this is a quote.
Yeah, okay.
This was one of the...
No, it's not a quote. It's just a comment.
I know, but I'm quoting it.
Okay, why didn't you quote the other comments?
I probably paraphrased a little.
Okay, all right. This one's going to be exact?
This one's a quote.
Okay.
Greg Benson is hilarious.
No.
He's the best.
This is not even what it says.
No?
So, yeah.
No, that was my own quote.
Oh, okay. So you're just deciding to do your own quote right after you said this is what the comment is.
Sometimes you got to ramp up.
Oh, all right, all right.
Ramp up to the actual comment.
Oh, you got to ramp up with praise for yourself?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. Okay.
All right.
Merritt Gildane, one of my regular viewers, says this was one of the best ever Patreon-only Craig and Greg live streams from a laptop for the podcast. Was it the best? That all depends on how you feel about mosquitoes owning boats.
Did we talk about mosquitoes owning boats?
What, did you forget already? Of course we did.
Yeah, I don't remember that conversation.
We talked about Minneapolis and how many mosquitoes there were and how everybody owned boats, and you said even the mosquitoes own boats. And I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they do. And I believe we have one more comment. This comment is...
it's amazing how much I forget.
This comment is not a comment, but it is an email that I got from a company.
Yeah, we don't need to read this, Greg. We don't.
They want to offer a collab to unlock business opportunities for branded content.
Yeah.
To start collaborating with brands on content creation.
Is the company called Branded Content?
Yeah, it is.
That's the name of the company.
Yeah, they sent me an email.
Here's the deal. Don't ever work with a company called Branded Content.
Yeah, they want me to sign up for their collab system. And I went and looked at it, and they want you to fill out all sorts of stuff, like what you charge.
And you
for all
did, and you
sorts
did
of-
it. You
I
filled it
didn't.
out.
I didn't. I was like, that's too much work.
That was
just-
why you stopped, because it
Yeah,
was too
it's
much
like
work.
that is too much work. I am not interested.
Okay.
Not interested.
Okay.
Not.
I'm sorry. Was that like your brother runs that company or something? And I
Yeah,
I made
my
fun of the.
my brother's name is Branded, and his last name is Content.
Wait. Did he change his last name?
He did.
And his first name's past tense?
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, his first name is past tense. That's right.
Huh.
Have you ever driven by an Indian reservation and you just went past tense?
Wow. I saw the gears turning for a while until you said that, and that was worth it.
It was so worth it. It was great.
Yeah.
By the way,
that was great, Greg.
We have an exciting announcement before we get to the Patreon-only bonus section. Tonight is going to be a really big night for us because we are headed off to see the new Indiana Jones movie in the theater, and we're paying $24.49 a ticket.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Because it's Los Angeles, and because apparently this is some special theater with nice recliners and Dolby Digital hobbity hoo-ha.
Oh, yeah, the hobbity hoo-ha.
Yeah. And so they charge you extra for that. But I think even if they don't, then the tickets are still going to be around $20. Listen, LA is expensive.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that any place was charging more than $20 for a movie ticket.
Yep, that's ridiculous.
Apparently you could go for the first matinee and you pay $16 a ticket.
Did I Venmo you for those tickets yet?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Phew.
Yeah.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't Venmo me for the groceries, though.
I really tried, and you wouldn't let me.
I said, don't do it.
Yeah.
I said, I don't need you to do that.
But now it sounds like you're wishing I did.
They're on me.
Okay, see, yeah,
I would appreciate, though, if you'd Venmo me some money for them. That's all,
wow.
I'm saying.
But you did. You said not to.
No, that's all I'm saying is just Venmo me some money.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, I'll Venmo you right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, you don't have to do that. Listen, it's my treat.
See? You see what's happening?
It's my treat, and I want you to enjoy them.
Okay, I'm going to Venmo you then. How much?
I don't know, like $300.
Oh, that's more than they cost. But
well, there's delivery. I mean, I had to go over and get them.
all right, I will Venmo you $300 right now.
Well, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Here goes.
No,
300.
Don't you Venmo me 300. Don't do that. It's just going to complicate things tax-wise.
Okay. All right, I won't. Okay. 100.
Nah, it's too much.
50.
Too little. Split the difference.
75.
If you want. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how much.
All right.
No, you don't have to. Seriously, it's
Okay,
fine. It's
all right.
fine. Just leave it.
Oh, I did it.
Oh no!
I did
Hang
it.
on a second. I got a notification on my phone here. Hang on a
Mm-hmm.
second. Turns out I just got a Venmo from someone.
Yeah, who's that?
Says here, Craig Benzine paid you $75.
Yep.
Oh, for groceries. Did you
Yeah.
mean to write groceries?
I wrote
wrote-
it quickly, and then I clicked on an autocorrect word, and I didn't even see what it was.
Craig Benzine paid you $75 grossies, is what it says.
Grossies. And that's what the autocorrect
Grossies.
told me to. Oh, no, I must have clicked where it said, oh, this is what you spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you mean groceries? No, I meant grossies.
Yeah, grossies. Are we still recording?
No.
Okay.
Now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section, which starts right now.
Okay. Oh, my tension. Jesus.
I know.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section, which was really good this week.
Yeah?
I feel like we're very on.
Yeah, I think we're always more on when we're in person.
It helps.
Emphasis on moron. Am I
More
right?
on. Hey, high five.
You can
All right.
we could just high five. You don't have to say high five.
I don't like to touch people.
Oh, but you really wanted me to shake your hand earlier.
I know,
and fist
because
bump.
we were making a deal. I only touch people if I'm making a deal or if I'm going to touch their hearts.
Oh, so like surgery or?
Yeah, if I'm doing open heart surgery, which, by the way, no one has ever asked me to do, and I have volunteered to do it for free. Do you know how expensive medical treatments are in America?
They're very expensive.
I will do open heart surgery on anyone who asks me because I want for people to be able to save money.
Okay. And how many have you done? Have you done?
Well, I haven't done any yet. As I said, no one has asked me yet, and I don't know why people are being so shy about it.
Well, you'd have to let them. Do you let them know that you'd do it for free?
Yeah, I just said it again. Anybody who wants open heart surgery, I will happily do it for free. I have to check into the legality of that. I want to make sure it's legal. I don't want to break any laws.
I think they're all wondering about that too. That's why no one asks you.
You know, all right. So don't worry. Before I do it, I'll check the legality.
Yeah.
But I've been saving.
Will you check if it's safe at all? Will you like read up on how to do it?
I think it's self-explanatory. It's like when you like, let's say you want to fix a car. Something went wrong with your car. You open it up. You take a look at it. You're like, oh, obviously that's broken. I'll fix that part. And it's like a belt that's come loose.
Yeah, but often you have to like order the part. And,
Yeah.
And that'll take days. Weeks.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-order a pig's heart, like a new pig's heart.
Okay.
And I'm gonna replace the human heart with a pig's heart. Oh, that I just got a notification. I think that is someone who wants
open heart surgery
to do open heart surgery.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that later.
Okay.
It's a voicemail. Mm-hmm. But I think it's probably my first open heart surgery. I'm very excited about that.
Okay. Wow. So you got to get a pig's heart.
Yeah.
But what if there's something wrong with something that isn't the heart specifically when you open it up?
We'll fix that too.
And how do you
anything that's wrong?
How can you notice what's wrong? How can
do
you
you
know?
open it up and you just look? It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You just open it up and look.
Okay.
You know. And
I feel like it would be very confusing to know what's wrong.
Do you know when you get food to go from a restaurant, right? And they give you all those plastic utensils?
Yeah.
See, I save those because I think that for safety, the utensils that you use to open a person's chest need to be single use only. So I save the plastic cutlery.
Yeah.
So that I can open someone's chest.
Yeah.
And then
But
after I've put them back together and I've used one of those little sewing kits that you get like in a hotel, like if you stay at the Hilton, you ask them for a sewing kit. I use the sewing kit, sew them back up, and I toss out the plastic utensils.
You use
so
a sewing kit you get from the Hilton?
Yeah. Sometimes I stay at like the Hilton or Doubletree or whatever, and like you say, oh, I forgot my sewing kit. I didn't really forget my sewing kit. I actually brought several with me, but they don't know that, and they give you a sewing kit. You can also get a free toothbrush and toothpaste.
Oh yeah, I know.
But you don't need that for the surgery. You just need the sewing kit because you can't just leave a person open. People hate when you leave them open, and you're like, you're all done, and they're like, my chest is open.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience, like you've done this before.
Are you just hanging out in your boxer shorts?
No, these are shorts.
Those are shorts?
These are
I
shorts.
just looked down and I thought you were just in your boxer
These
shorts.
are shorts
like, hanging out with you in your underwear.
These are shorts that I can wear as regular shorts, but they're also swimming trunks.
Or they could be boxers. It could be anything.
They're not boxers. I have boxers on underneath.
Oh, okay. You got boxers underneath your boxers?
Yeah.
If you wear two boxers and you get pulled over by a cop and they're like, you can't just drive around wearing boxers, you're like, no. The ones on the inside are my boxers. The one on the outside are my shorts.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing two boxers. These are just shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, plastic cutlery will break easily. And
that's why I have multiple pairs.
It
so
will
if
break
I have to
in
go
a
through
person,
two or three,
though.
Okay, fine. So that's why I have extras.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they come in white, black, clear plastic. So maybe the clear ones are the strongest ones. I don't know. The white ones seem pretty flimsy, frankly.
Yeah, I think they all are probably.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to be safe, and I don't want to share germs. Let's say I got two patients that I'm doing at the same time. One's on one table, one's on the other. I'm not going to try to save money by using the plastic cutlery from one patient on the next patient. I'm not going to do that.
Well, you could just buy regular cutlery. And why would you use cutlery? You could buy...
Because they cut open. It's meant to cut open things like a steak or a chest or whatever.
Sure. Okay.
By the way, when you do an incision in the chest, it has to go down the center, and then you open up the rib cage like a couple of French doors.
Is that how?
That's how you do it.
It sounds difficult. It sounds...
It's much easier than you think.
How do you know this?
Right down and then... And it makes that creaking sound.
Again, it sounds like you're speaking from experience. How do you know this?
I'm assuming. I'm assuming it makes that sound.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
I have a friend who works in sound effects.
Yeah.
And he'd probably concur. Like if if you ever saw a movie where someone's doing surgery and they cut, and then they throw the plastic knife away and then they open the person's chest, it'll go.
I don't know that I've ever seen it. It goes. What's that?
It's like when the doors are open all the way. They go.
Why would they do that?
Like at a prison, like when like when you go to prison and they're like, here's your cell, and you get in the cell and they close the door and it goes. That's the sound it makes when you finish opening or closing. Well, that's all of
the bars rattling when they close it.
Right.
But you're opening a chest. Why would it rattle like that?
That's called the death rattle.
Oh, so that's when they die?
I mean,
are you assuming that the person you're operating on is going to die?
The chances are the chances are they will pass away. Yes.
See, I think most people, if they're going through the trouble of wanting open heart surgery, that means they want to live.
Yeah, but they also want to save money. I mean, you have to remember, people are thrifty.
Yeah.
And when you want to save a few bucks here and there, you got to take your chances.
I guess no risk, no reward.
That's exactly. Right. That's what Gandhi used to say.
Gandhi used to say that?
Yeah.
In what context? Like
like right before like a fight or whatever, like he'd just be stepping in the fight. He'd be like, no risk, no reward. And then just boom, one of those MMA fights.
Isn't he famous for passive resistance? Isn't he famous for...
that and MMA fighting.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Not a lot of people knew he did that.
Yeah.
He was good. Also, he played the sitar beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good at that.
I mean, that I believe. Yeah. Yeah.
That man could play the sitar. No, I'm thinking of Ravi Shankar.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of Ravi Shankar.
All right. I mean, he might have been able to play the sitar.
By the way, Ravi Shankar, my favorite Ravi.
Now, why are you confusing him with Gandhi?
I don't know. I think aren't they both Indian?
Yeah, probably.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
They're the only two that I know.
All right.
And they basically accomplished the same thing. They both made people happy with their music.
Define music.
Like when you listen to music and there's like a melody, there's lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's what Gandhi's famous for. No.
He made a lot of people happy. Whether he was famous for it or not, Gandhi made so many people happy.
He made a lot of British people unhappy.
With his music.
Yeah.
Well, British people are unhappy anyway. And by the way, no offense to British people, but that weather that you have there makes you gloomy. Gloomy weather. Shakespeare even said the moods of nature affect the moods of men. He said that. Those exact words.
Wow, Greg, you just quoted Shakespeare.
Sure, I did.
And it sounded real.
Yeah, well, he said that. Although a lot of people think that Francis Bacon wrote Shakespeare. They think that Bacon wrote Shakespeare, which turns out is incorrect.
Kevin Bacon.
No. Shakespeare ate bacon is the truth.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they got confused. He loved bacon.
Did he?
That's what Shakespeare was known for.
Okay.
He was known for being a champion bacon eater.
Well, then why did he have that famous quote you just said?
He also said some things.
Oh, okay.
And he even, I just found this out last week, he even wrote plays.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I think that's
a guy who's famous for bacon eating.
Yeah.
Like he could eat more bacon than anyone.
The only reason you think he's famous for bacon eating is because you just made that up. He was famous for plays.
I swear I heard it somewhere, though, just recently.
Yeah, it was you saying it. That's where you heard it.
That's where I heard it. Okay, I remember that. And I was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And But you never know where you're going to learn things.
To be fair, bacon is delicious.
Bacon is delicious. Do you prefer bacon?
Yeah, I do. I do.
That's a pretty good question. Pretty good follow-up. Do you prefer bacon or turkey bacon?
I could go either way.
Yeah? You like men or women?
I mean, as friends, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With benefits?
I mean, once in a while, we might, they might, if I don't have any cash on me, they might spot me a few dollars.
There might be some benefits. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't mind turkey bacon, and I know, what's that Epic Food channel?
Epic Food Time?
Epic Meal
Time.
Do they exist?
They exist, but they don't really do what they used to do.
You know why? I think some of them probably died from eating too much bacon. They ate a lot of unhealthy stuff.
Yeah.
They probably died of
just
heart
died.
failure.
I don't think that happened, but yeah,
It might have.
Yeah, it could have.
It does happen to people.
It does happen. Yes.
But anyway, they would be very angry at us for saying that we like turkey bacon because they were very much against turkey bacon.
I think it was a show, though. It was just a show.
Really? They were just showing it?
Yeah, it wasn't really. They weren't really sharing their truth.
Okay, so let's share some truth now. When you come to LA, we go and eat at a lot of places. And I have taken you already. You've only been here a few days, and you still have several more days.
You took me to Jack in the Box. You took me to
not true.
Sizzler.
Not true at all.
You took me to.
No, these are lies.
Oh,
I would never take you to these places.
Okay.
These are bad places. I take you to good places.
Okay.
By the way, this episode is sponsored by Jack in the Box and Sizzler. Thank you so much.
Now Jack in the Box and Sizzler together.
Do not go to either. Jack in the Box and Sizzler. Thank you so much for the sponsorship.
Again, weird talking.
Terrible food.
Terrible talking points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But from all the food that I've taken you to, what is your favorite so far? What's your favorite thing you've eaten in LA so far?
The blueberry milk.
Well, that's not a place you just went to Whole Foods and you bought blueberry milk.
That's right. That's not my favorite. My favorite is probably the fire chicken from this Korean place that we went to.
The Korean extra spicy fire chicken served with melted cheese in a sizzling metal dish.
Extremely spicy. I was sweating through it.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
You rarely get Asian food with cheese because so many Asians are lactose intolerant, which is actually the truth. It's not a joke, folks.
Yeah.
My wife is Asian. She also is lactose intolerant. My son is half Asian, so he's half lactose intolerant.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's half lactose. What does that mean?
It means he can eat some, but then he farts half the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know when you say something ridiculous that doesn't make any sense?
Yes.
Sometimes you give me a look like, what are you going to say about that now? What are you going to say about that?
Yeah. Where are you going to go with this one?
Did you notice? Did you notice that didn't make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're just revealing all the secrets of the podcast.
Yeah.
Now everybody's going to start their own podcast with this formula.
Yeah, but I don't notice that look as much because when we're remote.
Yeah.
But now I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah.
So you have a camera here, and then you look. You have more of a look.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, it is true. That is true. Yeah.
So you would go with the Korean spicy fire chicken, and you know what? That is a special thing.
Yeah.
What sort of cheese do you think they used in that? Because once it got all caramelized on the bottom and crispy, and you were done eating the cheese, I reached over and I tore off a big piece of that cheese, and it was so good, and I couldn't figure out what kind of cheese it was.
Maybe like a mozzarella. It wasn't mozzarella.
I mean, it was a white cheese, so it's not a bad. But it's not a bad guess, but it was not exactly mozzarella.
No, it was hard. It was something like that, but I couldn't tell. No, I don't know.
That dish is so good. Now I just want to go back there and get another one.
Right now?
Kinda.
I could eat it right now.
It was really, really good.
But there are so many places to eat.
That's right. And I have promised to take you guys to a place that makes some amazing steak nachos and also has fantastic agua frescas and ceviche.
Jack in the Box, right? Yeah.
It is not Jack in the Box.
Okay.
You are being silly now.
Wow.
You're being a silly person.
Wow. Sometimes you go along with sarcasm, but when it's about Jack in the Box, you get really angry.
I don't mess around with Jack in the Box.
Yeah, you get very angry.
They used to have 2 tacos for $1. Now it's like $1.50.
Oh, nice. I've only eaten at Jack in the Box once. I was on tour, and we were in Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
And
Las Vegas?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It was late at night.
That's my favorite Vegas.
It was late at night. We had to go to bed soon.
Okay.
And I just got hungry. And I think I got like a pizza thing.
Pizza thing at Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
I don't think Jack in the Box makes a pizza thing.
No, I think they did. I think it was like a little, or like, something like that. And I got a stomachache. I didn't feel good. So
I have to tell you this. As an actor, I see certain things on television and I go like, well, that would be a great acting job to have. One of them is to be the guy who's dressed up as Jack in the Jack in the Box commercials. Now, Jack in the Box I know is regional. It's not throughout the whole country. So a lot of you are not going to know what I'm talking about. But basically, there's a guy wearing a suit and he's got a big, like, Jack in the Box head on.
I don't even know what this
and
is.
he just gestures, and you hear a little voice, and the person who does the voice is not the same person who is the guy in the suit. But I'm like, either one. It would be great just to be the voice of Jack or the body of Jack. It would just be great because either way, you're getting a lot of money to just do all these commercials and residual checks and stuff.
Yeah.
So just in the past few months, they decided to replace the body and the voice of Jack, and I auditioned for the voice and I auditioned for the body, and I didn't get either.
That's why you're angry.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad at Jack in the Box.
You used to love Jack in the Box, didn't you? And then now you've sworn off of it.
I never loved it.
Oh.
You know.
Well, now you're definitely not getting the job.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I would rank it higher than McDonald's. McDonald's is the worst. Like, as far as the quality of food, McDonald's is the absolute worst.
Based on my experience of both, I would prefer McDonald's.
Yeah, you're right. McDonald's is the best.
Well, I didn't go that far. No, Greg, I didn't go that far.
It's like top quality food.
No, Greg, I didn't say that. I
think you did.
No.
I think what you said is McDonald's is your favorite restaurant. It's like, as far as like an upscale restaurant, it's your favorite.
I just disagreed with you about which one was the worst. That was it. You don't need to go flying off a handle now and say that McDonald's is the best.
Okay, I'd like to apologize to you, Craig.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I misunderstood you, and then I took it too far, and now I feel guilty, and I'm really, really sorry.
Well, okay, now this is like a sarcastic apology. That's what this is. Yeah, that face. There's nobody cries like that when they're apologizing.
I'm just really sorry, Craig.
Why? About what?
I'm embarrassed, and I feel terrible. Do you believe it? See, I'm acting right now. See how my eyes are watering up?
Yeah.
This is called crying on cue. See, check them out. See?
No. Yeah, I see a little bit of water.
Yeah, a little watery.
Yeah, is that what you do when you're crying in a scene? You're like, you go to the camera, you're like, see?
Well, you have to make sure the camera can see you. Otherwise, what's the point?
You know, and that performance was pretty good.
Thank you.
If it weren't for wildly out of context, I might have believed it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'll wait until you insult my family or until like somebody dies or
which
whatever.
happens like every half hour or so.
Yeah, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again, and then you'll be like, "Oh, Greg, I'm so sorry to upset you." And then I'll be like, "Boom, gotcha."
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
that. And then, boy, will you feel like an ass.
Yeah, I think I would probably not want to hang out with you that much.
I pulled some skin off of my finger and then with my teeth, and then I spit it over there.
Great.
Yeah.
Those are things you just keep to yourself. Those are things you just keep to yourself.
I'm all about honesty.
Well, honesty doesn't mean reveal every detail.
Well, I feel like the people who are watching the video saw it anyway, and I don't want them to have an advantage over the people who are just listening.
Okay.
You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to keep it even so that everybody's happy.
The word "fantastic" is right next to your head. This whole
why it's podcast. It's right over my shoulder. You know why? Because this shoulder right here is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's from the Captain Fantastic pinball machine, the 1976 Elton John pinball machine, which is right here in my office.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and it's there every episode, isn't it?
Well, I don't. It's too heavy to move.
It just occurred to me now that like you have the word "fantastic" right next to your head all the time.
Yeah.
That's
true.
That's very arrogant of you.
That's just how it worked out. I also have the words "Robot Monster" right by my head because of my poster for Robot Monster in 3D.
Okay, yeah, that's less arrogant. That's just. Kind of weird.
Robot Monster is a hilarious movie because they basically wanted to dress up someone as a robot monster, and they're like, "What should we wear?" And they're like, "I don't know. I mean, we have this gorilla costume, and we have like a diver's helmet, and we have a skeleton mask, and then we have some antennas we can put on the diver's helmet."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, that sounds good. Do that." And you can see it in this video. That is it. Like literally, that is what they did and how they dressed up the robot monster.
Do you think they maybe didn't even have the title of the movie until they had the stuff and they're
could be.
They're like, oh, what is it? I don't know, robot monster.
Yeah, I guess he's part robot, part monster or something. I don't know, and he's from outer space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really an amazing movie. We watched that a long time ago, and I fell so in love with the poster and the movie. The movie's a great bad movie. Mm-hmm. But I really fell in love with the poster, and I was like, I got to get this.
Wait, you watch bad movies? What do you watch those on, Greg?
Just with my friends. We hang out. It's private. It's not anything that anybody can join us or whatever.
Oh.
Twitch.tv/Mediocre Films, your home for all Bad Movies Live. Every Friday and Sunday night.
Don't miss an opportunity.
Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, Sundays at 5 p.m. Pacific.
YouTube.com/WheezyWaiter. Videos come out,
Craig.
I don't know, once or twice a month, and they're great.
Craig, what are
They're
you doing?
Great.
What are you doing, Craig? We're trying to do a podcast about lettuce, and you haven't even mentioned lettuce this episode.
No, I haven't.
I've been waiting for you to mention lettuce. Will you tell us just one simple thing about lettuce?
It's crunchy.
That's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for that exciting insight on lettuce.
Oh, you're welcome, Greg.
That was terrific.
I'm still confused as to what this podcast is for.
It's for hanging out and having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, you know what? Isn't that what life's all about?
Yeah.
Certainly ain't about working, our family.
Whoa, that was angry. When you said family, you were very angry.
See you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.